Esse aqui, ainda dá 그래서 계속 기타 마크스 esse aqui მაყურებელი ერთი ხო?
ხო, ერთ ადამიანზე ითქმის მაყურებელი.
აჰა, და ანუ მრავლობითი მაყურებლები?
ხო, მაყურებელი.
აჰა, და ესე იგი თუ მინდა მივმართო ხალხს, სწორია მიმართო? კი. და ანუ მაყურებლებო?
ხო, სწორია.
Okay. მადლობა.
Hey, what's up guys? So in case you're wondering, that was just a short clip of me asking my host sister a couple of questions because this video is going to be about resources. You know, I think being able to ask a Georgian person, especially someone who knows about Georgian language, particularly grammar, you know, that's probably the best resource. But when you're starting out, because you don't have the language skills to do that, we of course need some other resources in English in this case. So that's what this video is going to be about today.
Alright, so I'm going to go over 3 resources. The first one will be a grammar book. That's going to be this here. It's called Georgian Language Comprehensive. It's by a guy named Liam Campbell. The reason why I would recommend this resource for beginner and intermediate learners is that it's an easy read, a fairly easy read compared to some of the other resources I found out there. It covers a wide range of topics like nouns, adjectives, cases, postpositions. One of the other nice things is that there's variety in each chapter, so it does a good job of kind of combining these different concepts and forming it into something that you can use, as opposed to maybe a grammar book that will be real intense or real in-depth in just one area like nouns or just adjectives, and it's kind of, you know, how do you combine all these things together to speak Georgian. It also includes vocabulary list, which I think will be helpful. However, I will say that you probably want to have the alphabet down before you get going with this, just because the words in Georgian are in Georgian letters. The second resource, it's a book on verbs. It's by the same guy. It's called Georgian Verbs Comprehensive, and this I would recommend for everyone, although more so for intermediate and advanced learners. This book has a table of the verbs in English as well as its counterpart in Georgian, so beginners can use that resource. Just look up a verb that they're wanting to learn, and then, you know, look it up in Georgian. So that could be helpful for them. For those who are kind of intermediate and advanced, what's great about this book is that it includes some explanations of the Georgian verb. So it'll talk about the different parts of it. It'll talk about the different conjugation groups, which will be really helpful in trying to learn to really take your Georgian to the next level. So rather than just learning Georgian verbs one by one, you'll be able to kind of learn about the patterns that mark some of these groups. So moving on to the third resource, this will be a verb list with some examples, and that will be this here. And this is actually a resource that I was able to, it's a Peace Corps resource that I was able to help our language coordinator with. For this resource, it's also kind of for everyone, although beginners I think may find it a little bit overwhelming. But again, you can kind of use it as a way of just looking up a certain verb and trying to see, you know, how it's conjugated in the past tense. This also includes a table of the verbs in English, and then its counterpart in Georgian, so it's easy to look up the verbs. And the great thing about this resource is that it includes examples of each of the verb conjugations and how to use it. So, you know, one of the challenges I found was that I would learn a word, and if I just had an English definition, I didn't really know it because I didn't have an example of how to use the word. So that's going to be one of the strengths of this resource. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Again, I'll leave links in the description below where you can get these resources. So until next time, see you later.